Shalom, I give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us this word. I just got this article out of rumormillnews.com, and basically there's going to be a few events that are going to happen in the skies over the next few days, back to back. Basically, we're seeing more and more of these eclipses, blood moons, signs from heaven. And that's just all signs that, that great day of the Lord is near. But yeah, it's out of rumormillnews.com, entitled "A Blood Moon Eclipse, the Comet of the Century, and a Ring of Fire eclipse will be visible within the next 30 days. There will be 3 spectacular events in the heavens within the next 30 days. This was dated Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. There will be 3 spectacular events in the heavens within the next 30 days. A blood moon lunar eclipse will happen this week. The comet of the century will begin to appear in the night sky later this month, and a ring of fire solar eclipse will happen on October 2nd. Needless to say, this is very unusual for so many historic heavenly events to occur so close to one another. And of course, these signs in the heavens are happening at a time when our entire planet is rapidly descending into a state of complete and utter chaos. Yeah, all over the place, you got wars, uproars of the people, riots, earthquakes. So it's not a coincidence. On Tuesday night, we will witness something truly special. It isn't every day that we get to see a partial lunar eclipse during a supermoon. The harvest moon, or closest full moon to the autumnal equinox, will also be a supermoon, appearing larger and brighter in the night sky. Subsequently, a spectacular comet that has been dubbed the Comet of the Century by astronomers will be visible in the night sky starting in late September. C2023A3, also known as Tessechuan Atlas, and considered the Comet of the Century, will appear in all its splendor in our sky during September and October 2024. Due to its characteristics, astronomers believe it will be exceptionally bright, similar to Halley's Comet in 1986. A3 will shine in the northern hemisphere sky from September 27th and will remain visible until the last week of October. For those who do not remember, there will be a Ring of Fire Rosh Hashanah eclipse on October 2nd. The Ring of Fire eclipse, also known as an annular solar eclipse, is a month away, and although Hawaii is the only U.S. state that will be within the partial path of viewing, parts of Chile and Argentina will see the entire eclipse, while other South American countries will also be in the partial or full path. So yeah, I'm not gonna read all this, but basically, he's astonished about all these different bodies or these signs in heaven. He said it's, needless to say, it's very unusual to have so many historic heavenly events to occur so close to one another. Well, I mean, that's not very unusual. It's prophesied in the scriptures, that there'll be signs of heaven in these last days, man. But yeah, this first scripture is Luke 21:25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, and and the sea and waves roaring. So yeah, he basically said what the scripture just said, signs in the sun, moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations. You know, he mentioned, it's very unusual that so many historic events occur so close to one another, and they're all happening at a time when our entire planet is rapidly descending into a state of utter chaos. So we're living out this prophecy right now, man. Men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. So yeah, in the midst of that World War III, Yahweh Shai is going to come back in that big fathership, man. Right before, those nuclear missiles touch down. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. So yeah, we look forward to these, these signs of heaven, blood moons, comets, ring of fire, eclipses, because that lets us know that we're getting closer and closer to that day that Yahweh Shai is coming to redeem his elect. It's a beautiful thing. Next scripture is Joel 2:30, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord. Yeah, those blood moons, those warning signs. It's a warning, that a lot of blood is about to get shed. We're seeing all these now. The heavens, wonders in the heavens, earth, blood, fire. We've seen a lot of fire out here in the West Coast right now, man. Every year, a bunch of fire breaks out. Ultimately, that ultimate fire is coming. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. Yeah, it says whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So that name is very important, man. Especially in this time that we're in, because you have to know that name in order to be delivered. So you can't just call the Lord, whatever you want to. He has a name. The Father's name is Yahweh. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai. You pray in those names. It says that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance. Deliverance from what? That great and terrible day of the Lord, that nuclear destruction, man, that's coming down on the planet. As the Lord hath said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. Yeah, so it's about that remnant, the elect, man. They're the only ones that are going to understand this truth, man. And once that remnant, that elect is woken up, that's when all that hell's going to break loose. So yeah, these are warning signs, man. You need to take heed to that warning. Last scripture is 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand. Yeah, measure thou the time diligently, man. Understanding these blood moons, these comets, these eclipses, that's measuring the time, man. They're back to back, along with the earth rapidly descending into a state of complete chaos. That's clear as day right now, man. We're understanding. Then shalt thou understand. We understand now because we're seeing these prophecies come to pass. That it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world in which he's made. Therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, man. We had like 5 different earthquakes back to back over the past few weeks, man. Uproars of the people, man. were uproars. Just right now, you know, you had all these pagers, you know, pagers blowing up overseas. Over there, it's a number of chaos going on, man. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Yeah, so you're not going to offset these prophecies, man. You're not going to change the prophecies, man. This was written down since the beginning. The Lord had this planned out since the very beginning. For like as all that is made in the world at the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So yeah, we're seeing the end right now, man. The end is manifest through these prophecies, man. Even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings in effects and signs. So that's how the Lord shows you, man, these signs. And everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith wherein ye have believed. Yeah, so everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works. You're going out there pushing this truth, man. Putting in that work and by your faith, man. Believing in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, believing in this truth, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I sanctified them for me from the beginning. Yeah, man, so we're very close to this thing, so I just wanted to bring out this article. You got 3 heavenly events. They're going to happen pretty much back to back, which is unheard of, you know. The guy said it's very unusual for these things to happen, even as the world is descending into chaos, man. We read in Luke, man, it's like, hey, the stress of nations, man, right now, along with the, you know, sun, signs of the sun and the moon and the stars. So yeah, you know, we're real close to this thing. With that, you know, shalom.